My name is Peter Honeyman, and I'm the originator of Real Flower Jewellery, which has been operating on the islands for well over 20 years. My focus is the preservation of tropical flowers, particularly ones which are grown in and around Hilo, preserved in such a way that they become very practical for the ladies to wear. Now, they're done with two basic principles in mind. There are some here that are very, very tiny little flowers, and they are illustrated in all of these here, where the flowers are so tiny. Those are the actual flower, actual color, actual size. But because they're so small, I have to seal them in a jeweler's resin, and they're totally locked inside and you can't touch them. The converse of that is the orchids and other bigger flowers and plants, where they're virtually inviting you to touch them, and if you do, the flowers are permanently soft or pliable, as if they were just fresh cut. Now that is a real orchid, in this case two orchids, and when they were alive I fed something into them whereby the preservative has now gone inside every cell. It's not on the flowers, it's inside the flowers, and that's what leaves it to be what I call the permanent fresh cut flower. Now all these orchids are very practical to wear in either your hair or on clothing or on a hat or as earrings, and I can illustrate very simply what is really becoming a remarkably popular concept here, and I can demonstrate it best with one of my ladies helpers whose name is Esmeralda, and that is Esmeralda. Now Esmeralda is wearing right now in her hair a sample of all the different orchids that I make, and if I pull this off, on the back you're going to see are two very strong magnets, and in her hair is a magnetic strip. If I take that and slide it into her hair so you can't see it, and then take this here and put it over the top, the magnets grab it and that thing is in there very strongly, and they can be worn all day without coming off. But the significance of that is that it can also be worn on clothing by putting that magnetic strip which went behind her hair, behind say a silk blouse or a very delicate fabric, and the brooch will go on the front of it and make no holes. They're very easy to use, even for those of us whose fingers aren't nimble anymore or whose eyesight can't focus on a sharp point. The very popular items that we've introduced only in the last year or so is the hapu'u fern, which is endemic to Hawaii. People won't find it anywhere else, and I've preserved it the same way as the orchids, so that you can see that these are permanently pliable or soft, and if you drop them they don't snap off and break, and they don't turn brown and deteriorate. My company shows at the market in Hilo every market day on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and we're here from about 8:30 in the morning until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So next time you're here, why not come on down?